Welcome, Belinda. This is your first Yami video. I hope you have fun.
I hope I have fun too.
My camera keeps going haywire because I moved too much. It's like... I went into our old messages to see exactly how long I've been wanting to give you a friendship application. Turns out, since literally the year 2020. Finally.
Wow.
It's about fucking time. You've been avoiding me.
I personally thought we became friends when you pooped in my house, but...
Okay, that's not... You need to now talk about first question of the application. Men. No notes. Perfect answer. Let's say I was getting married. You're a bridesmaid. I ask you to come to the... Why? Already you're stressed out. I ask you to come with me to the wedding dress shopping thing. You don't have any idea what type of dress that I want because all that I keep telling you is I want something based on vibes. I go into the dressing room of the shop. Do you come into the dressing room with me?
No.
That is the correct answer. You cannot see me naked. My nipples are pitch black and a portal to another world. If you stare into them too long... Oh, that's right. They're hazel green. I had a whole joke written out, but I actually prefer your joke. So I'm going to go ahead and go with they're hazel green. You can't look at them. They'll blind you with their beauty. I do come out, however, wearing a potato sack. And when I look upon myself in the mirror, on the floor-length mirror, rather, I start to cry. I'm so emotional. I have found the dress. I think that I look so gorgeous in it, and I turn to you. What do you say?
It's the one. I say, I'm wearing one too, girl.
We both care about friendship a lot. We both have a lot of friends. I met a lot of your friends at your bachelorette, which is, by the way, the best bachelorette that I've ever been to. It was incredible. I walked out of there with like 20 new friends. So my next question to you is, do you want me to rank each and every one of your friends from best
100%.
to worst? Instant connection has to be my girl Debbie.
Debbie's down for anything and everything
Debbie,
all the time.
Debbie's coming to Miami next month. Like, it's crazy. Who is someone that you genuinely look up to? That's right. I bet you didn't expect a legitimate question.
My sister.
I love her so much.
So you agree? Yeah,
so you agree? You think she's really pretty?
Yes.
I think I genuinely thought about her the other day, and I was like, I gotta fucking visit that bitch. So why your sister? What type of lame ass answer is that?
Here's someone else.
My answer is Amy Poehler and Tina Fey. They're way fucking cooler.
She's the best, and she's the nicest, strongest person I know, and she's popped two humans out of her that I also love. So she kind of has a team of three under her. So
it's almost unfair.
It's cheating for sure.
What's your love language?
Words of affirmation.
I was gonna say, if you said anything other than words of affirmation, we have to end this right here because you're lying.
With love languages, you have one that you give and you receive, and sometimes they're different. But I think for me, it's the same.
You're literally a writer. That does make sense.
I don't know which came first, like chicken or the egg. Like, was my love language words of affirmation and then I became a writer? Or was I a writer and then it became words of affirmation? Who's to say? But I like words.
I took a test once and I had like a resounding score for quality time, which makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
The second one was words of affirmation. But then nothing else got any points. I cared so little about physical touch.
No gifts for Yami. No hugs for Yami.
Like, don't even fucking touch me. The one that I give a lot is to give gifts.
But you don't care for receiving gifts?
It's just that people don't get it right. What is something that you really value about me?
You never make me feel judged when I'm with you. I never feel like when I'm hanging out with you, when I'm talking to you, I never feel like you're thinking anything other than what you're saying to me, which is very comforting.
A joking answer is, I love how much you laugh at my jokes.
I think you're really funny.
A genuine answer, though, is that I admire how you don't just tell me that you love me, you actually show how you love me. Like, in the actions that you do, I see it. Like, if you invite me to your bachelorette, you want me to feel welcome in your life, or you spend time with me, or you listen when I need an ear, or when I tell you a secret, you don't even tell Yusuf.
I would say we're both pretty good at that because like he has best friends, and when they tell him something and he's telling me what's happening, he'll be like, oh, and then there's this something that, he wanted to keep between us, so we did. And so I kind of do the same. I like to just make sure that there's a little bit of trust. And if they choose to tell him, they can tell him. But
yeah, there's also that factor where it's like if they're friends, then they should just tell him, right?
yeah,
Like,
you end up telling him anyway.
yeah, I do. I tell
Just
him in our
later.
chat so that you see. I do it mostly in the chat so that you see that I told her. So that you have a
You're
little
like-
moment where you're like, hey, she told him.
I also like it because it reminds me that even though all these people knew Yusuf first, they love me more.
Yusuf is a ride or die motherfucker. He's like a cat, so if you gain his love, it feels like awesome because he fucking hates everybody.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie. He's hard to impress.
That's it. That's all we're gonna talk about him.
No more men in this interview.
We didn't pass the Bechdel.
we failed.
We failed the Bechdel test.
Do we even name each other? We're not even named characters.
It's just Latina bitch and Asian bitch number 2. What's something you really value about yourself?
I don't want to answer
I know.
that.
I wanted you to answer.
This is a
it.
trap. I can create goals for myself and achieve them. That's
awesome.
I think that's
wonderful.
something I'm really good at.
You crush your little fucking. What are they called? The dot journals.
Oh, bullet journals.
There you go.
I like your little dot
The little,
journals.
the little thing you do.
I like goals, especially when goals are tied to creativity. I think pretty good at keeping up with them and chasing my dreams. I think I'm really good at that.
I'm proud of you.
I'm sweating.
When I was looking through the DMs that we had sent each other, I was like, oh my God, the tension is palpable. We're flat out flirting.
No, 100%. Like we were signing off our messages
Yeah.
in cutesy ways and like trying to match each other's like tone and
Yeah.
voice.
It's actually the cutest shit in the world.
That took so much effort.
You should write that into a movie or something.
100%.
I really like myself, so this question was really just about you.
It's actually something I really look up to in you.
Huh,
Is that
thanks.
you're confident, and I'm trying harder to be like you.
It's true, I am very confident. Some would say that it's almost weird. I must have hit my head really hard as a child. Anyway, next question. Hypothetical situation again.
I love these.
I have just murdered my new husband, and his limbs are in the wedding dress potato sack. Obviously, I've only told you. You're really good at keeping secrets. You are now possibly an accomplice to murder. What do you do first?
I hope you carry the bag because it's probably heavy.
Already good. You had a choice. You could have called the police and you said a cab.
You had a good reason, obviously. We're past that. He had it coming. We know. You can't carry that. Let me carry it for you.
You
Where
are
we
weak.
go. You are so weak. I know you can't carry this.
And you're right, I am weak. Do you care at all about horoscopes?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I looked up ours. 23% compatibility rating.
That's very low.
Very low. We may end up in screaming matches.
Whoa.
This is like an intense one.
Looking forward to it.
Honestly, can you imagine?
And we'll both get tattoos.
I would get one matching with you.
Bet. Really?
If you ever stop being my friend, I'd cut off my arm. What is your favorite memory of our friendship so far? For me, it's Las Vegas.
Me, it's Las Vegas.
When we fell in love.
I think it's specifically the last night of Las Vegas.
We were up until like 7 a.m.
That felt like the best parts of like a sleepover when you're a teenager.
Yeah.
Silly games to quiz each other, talking about random stuff.
I was kind of like, it's the last night and we have flights literally at like 9 a.m. You guys stayed a little bit later. But I was like, okay, this is the last night. So it's almost like I was like fucking milking for the final like moments that I could get with you guys.
Going into Vegas, as I said, I was a big fan of you, and I was like, I need to be funny. Like I need to perform. I need to dance for Yami.
I must tap dance.
I think I put a lot of pressure on myself because I wanted to be your friend really badly.
Aw.
And it's easy to like feel good in a friendship when you're like out doing stuff and you have like stuff to do. But I think where a friendship really shines is when like you're in the quiet moments like that.
Yeah.
And so
Totally.
really love that. And I think that moment was like, wow, I think I made a new best friend. Like I think this is gonna be a thing.
Yeah, 100%. That is really what that weekend felt like to me. Because we didn't really know each other. We had
Yeah.
only spoken online.
Hmm.
Thinking back, I was like, that's a little bit crazy. We went a whole weekend together, spending a lot of time together. And yeah, we had this like, oh yeah, we have a wedding, but the wedding was just like 2 hours out of the entire weekend. We spent in a whole new city. We spent all, like, it's a little crazy thinking about it. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
we did not know each other. It could have been disastrous. It could have been like,
Yeah.
we don't get along immediately, like vibes are off.
And then we never see each other again, and that's okay.
What was specifically the moment that you said, oh yeah, we're best friends?
It might have been my bachelorette. This is gonna be so mushy. Seeing people fall in love with you in like real time, like really warmed my heart. I was like, oh my God, like I have a bachelorette, and so I can force Yami to come and like hang out with us and like meet me, and like seeing all of like my best friends together and you being such a great part of that, and like vibing so much with all of my other friends. I was like, oh, Yami's my best friend. It's when we come together and you just fit like so seamlessly into my life that I'm like, oh, yeah, this is how it feels. This is how it's supposed to feel.
You and Yusuf both said something really sweet to me at your wedding. Like, we were talking about it, and it's like, you don't even feel like you don't live here.
Yeah, but then on the other side of that, you come whenever you visit, you're like, well, why aren't you excited?
Yeah,
that you're
yeah.
here?
It's like, okay, but wait. Okay, but wait. I do want a little bit of excitement
I
because
flew
I'm here.
all the way here.
Yeah, I survived a flight. I will tell you when I pinpointed, when I knew. But looking back, the true answer is actually the night of my first trip to San Francisco, where we once again were just in a car in like a parking lot waiting to drop me off at the airport. And once again, we just spoke for like hours and hours and hours. And like, it felt like, oh, I'm just going on a vacation to my home, and I'll be back to this home here. Like, I felt like I had a core group of friends in San Francisco with you, with Yusuf, that like I could return to at any time. And looking back, that's probably the real answer. But I didn't realize it until a day after your wedding shower. I think it was literally like the next day you had texted me and you were like, hey, like this would have been even more like complete if you had been here. And I was like, that is so sweet.
Felt like something was missing.
Huh.
Yeah.
How can someone be the best friend that they could possibly be to you? Like what makes you feel safest in a friendship, and like what do you value most generally in a friendship?
Is this you just trying to be like, like, am I doing anything wrong? I think I value thoughtfulness. As you know, like we have friends here that will be like, oh, I picked you up something at the bakery because, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop it off. One of those things where it's thoughtfulness without needing anything in return. I have a lot of friends that are so good at it. Including you, and so I try every day to be a little bit better. If I do come across something that makes me think of a friend, I try to immediately be like, I can text them right now, like instead of like, oh, I thought of them, and then keep it to myself. I think telling people how you feel is like no one ever feels bad when you're thinking of them.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
like,
Good answer.
that's a banger answer.
For me, they just need to be loaded.
They need to be so rich.
So rich. And they don't need to do anything with it for me. Like, I don't care. I just want to know that they have it.
Something that I think you're amazing at is even the things that aren't your own interests. Like, you will express interest in them because it's important to your friends. I think that's like an incredibly empathetic thing to do. Like, I can't believe you're reading a book right now.
Yeah. And I love it. When I care about you, I care about the things that you care about. Now we're going to a hypothetical situation yet again.
Yes. So good at these.
I have superpowers. That's right. Not only am I hot, smart, funny, well off, and my nipples are portal to another dimension, but I also have superpowers. Truly a catch. But anyway, I have confided in you, obviously, because as mentioned, you are incredibly good at keeping secrets. I showed you my powers by teleporting one day to San Francisco. What happens immediately in that moment?
I hug you.
You accept me as a mutant freak?
I love a mutant. Are you kidding? We're very pro-mutant in this household. If you were to teleport in my room right now, I would hug you. And I'd be like, wanna watch a movie?
I'd be able to teleport to Belinda and go hang out.
I need to stop thinking about it because it makes me really sad that it's not.
I think it was in Miami. I had random moments of just getting really sad because I knew the fun would end and you would have to leave again. I would be like, man, and you'd be like, shut up, don't think about it.
You gotta put that off until I can handle it.
The most important question of all. Name your favorite sitcom. I am going to judge you.
It's Friends.
That is the sitcom that made me want to be a comedy writer. So it might be my answer.
Me and Yusuf bonded over very early on too, because he really liked it, and I talked a lot of shit, and we played Friends Seen It because I owned it,
and he beat your ass,
and he beat me twice.
Yeah, he told me that he did that, and I was like, oh, then I need to see if I could beat you.
My dream lineup to go hard.
The dream blunt rotation, except your dream Friends trivia rotation.
You, me, Yusuf, and my sister.
Oh, we should do that.
And we'll fight.
Yeah. For the final question, congratulations, you survived. You made it to the end. I'm taking a question out of the game that you gave. I know. I do want to one day play this with you and Yusuf at 2 a.m. as we are wont to do.
We basically do it without the cards.
Yeah, 100%. I was like looking through them and I was like, some of these questions feel like questions that we would ask each other at 2 a.m. What do you not want to forget about yourself?
I really love my imagination and
that's lovely.
My ability to romanticize everyday life. I think it's part of why I journal a lot, because I'm so afraid of forgetting small moments. Honestly, it's easy to remember the big moments, but I think small feelings, are things that I really want to cherish and remember forever. Often when I look back at my journals, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot that I felt this way. I'll journal about a day where me and Yusuf went shopping for mattresses and on the surface, yeah, we were shopping for a new mattress, but that day was really fun, and we made a lot of jokes, and we spent the whole day together and got to eat what we want. We ate and we went shopping, and it was a good day. I think those are the moments that are the most fleeting, and if I could preserve them in a way that they last forever, I always try to. So I hope I never forget to do that, and in that, never forget those moments.
I love that.
Yeah.
You basically like the song Can't Remember to Forget You by Sorry, I had to. You have described yourself in such a way tonight that is the perfect way to describe why I love you. There's a million different reasons. But the things that you pinpointed tonight, that when you spoke about yourself, I love those things about you. And I'm sure I'm not alone. There's other people that also love those things about you. You just put it into words because you're a wordsmith. Another thing to love about you, you're really good with words. Something that I don't want to forget about myself is how much I love people, because I think that that's helped me out a lot in life, and it's led me to people like you. So if I can meet a million more yous in the next 20 years, I don't know how long I'm gonna live. That'd be cool.
As long as you drink water, you'll live forever.
Oh, woo. That's the end of the friendship application, Belinda. You survived. I think it's safe to say that we should break up.